so I think I'm going to go ahead and get started. And I've got my three amigos back in the back are going to help me with this presentation. And my name is Marsha Oliver, and I guess probably 6 months ago, if you would have asked me what a Kokedama was, I would have said, is that a new coconut drink? But I've learned a lot since then and have had the opportunity to make some, along with my friends Joe, Nita, and Scott. They have also made some. We're doing the Kokedamas for our mid-year meeting for a garden club, and that will be next week. So it was kind of like fortuitous for me to actually do this presentation today. So what is a Kokedama? It's actually translated in Japanese as a moss ball. And they used this at a time when people did not have a lot of money. It was the poor man's bonsai, because they couldn't afford the very expensive pots. So they decided they were going to make their own. And I don't know wasabi philosophy, but I love this fact that it embraces simplicity and it's also imperfection. So you can see some of my things are not going to be perfect. So this art form actually was very, very popular until the 1868, and they started getting more and more Western ideas, and so it kind of faded away. But now we're back into it again because of being eco-friendly, and also just because it's minimalist too. So these are a few ferns, spider plants, small orchids that you could use in your Kokedamas. You can use the sun, or you can use the shade plants too. Now, care of the Kokedamas. There are, the Kokedamas are on your table, and go ahead and lift them up. I water those, so they're heavy. But when it needs to be watered, it will get really light. And so that's how you tell when it's supposed to be watered. Now, I usually do this once a week, and I also use a water-soluble fertilizer that I just put in a bucket, let it soak for about 10 or 15 minutes, then take them out, and then they will dry. The other thing with succulents, you can also do succulents, but of course you would need different soil combinations, and you would not, of course, water them as frequently. Put them in indirect light, and they're good to go. So any questions, Teresa?
I'm wondering, if I soak this for 10 minutes, how drippy will it be? Do I want to just let it set on a plate for a minute before I put it back in its stand, or it's
yeah, I would. And sometimes if it feels like it's gotten really saturated, I'll just take it over and then squeeze it. Okay, and then it usually is fine. But those are just been watered, so they're pretty heavy. I'm going to start out. This is a combination of soil, potting soil, and peat moss, and that's what I have used here. Now, when we went through our training before, we have an individual that is a friend of ours, Jean. She watched I don't know how many YouTube videos, and she came up with her own creation. She included cat litter. That was the clay, the real cheap cat litter, and that, she said, helped kind of keep things together. But I did not purchase any cat litter, so we've got soil, potting soil, and the peat moss. I have.
Where did you buy peat moss?
I bought it at, no, I got it online. I just got it online, and was delivered, yes.
And do you do like half and half?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. And this is the fern that I'm going to be planting today. And it's about a 4-inch pot. So I know that I'll need at least 2 cups of my soil and my peat moss. And what I love the Dollar Tree, so I go there frequently. And I, bought some, inexpensive little measuring cup here, and also my beautiful tablecloths. So I'm going to put on my gloves, and then I'm going to measure. Got this mixed up very well. And 1, 2, and I'm going to give just a little bit more. And going to add some water. Now, I'm going to say this like my grandmother used to say her recipes. Well, just a little bit, or just a pinch of this, or something. You kind of just get that feel of what that soil is going to be as far as moisture. So I'm going to just pour a little bit in. And what I want to do is I want to form a ball. Okay, so you can see I've got squeezing out as much of the water as I can. And you can just kind of play with it. I did this on Tuesday with some friends of mine, so I've just been playing with it and getting more comfortable with it too. But and then if you see any sticks or anything like that, remove that from the soil. So you want to be able to pick it up, throw it up in the air, and it's going to be together. That's the texture, that's the density that you want. Okay. Now, you can go and divide this in 2, or I've been just kind of dividing this much, get the roots down in it, and then put the soil back on. So I'm going to take, and I'm going to remove as much of the soil as I can from the roots here. And while I'm doing this, I am going to have Nita come up here and assist me. If you put that moss, I've got that kind of already moistened, and then, but I know I'll need more. Yeah, and I've got some down there. Yeah. Okay, so.
Could you hold up the bag so we can see?
Yeah.
What you got?
I did the green moss. Yeah. Now I'm divided this in 2. Put one here, and one there, and then I'm going to squeeze.
And where did you find the green moss?
The green moss, I got that at Hobby Lobby. Oh, yeah. So what I want to do is then take kind of a large piece of the moss, and it will be moistened, and some like this, and then I will put it down below, and I'll take this and move that over here. So see, I'm kind of building a little nest for it. That'd be great. That'd be great. So, what I am going to do is just have this kind of in a sheet, and then Nita's going to give me her bowl so that I can place it in there, and it allows it to go around the, oh, no, I'm not going to. I'm changing it up. Yeah, I'm changing it up. So, so one thing is that it is easy to wrap this. Now, what you can use is you can use fishing wire, or you can use some twine. I've even used some colored, pretty wire, gold wire. And Joe is going to take these around because you can tie them in a knot and then place that underneath your moss, and then you can come up and tie it. Yeah. Yes.
Question, I
Yes.
like this one with the wider stuff, the one on this table and the metal, and I knew wire wrapping on jewelry, would
Oh.
some of that aluminum and stuff for that
Oh,
be
sure.
okay, or would it be toxic to the plant?
No, you could use that. What I would suggest is that you wrap it with maybe the fishing line, so you don't see it,
Okay.
and then wrap with your wire afterwards. Okay, so go ahead.
Is that, I couldn't see everything that you were doing.
Okay.
Is that the same ball that you supposed to hold, and that's the same one?
Yeah, this is the same one. Now, I have noticed, just because I think I am squeezing differently, some, you can make it rounder, you can make it more like the one that I've got right there next to Terry Jo, that is more like pineapple. Yeah, that's good. That's very good.
Buddy system is really nice.
It helps, you know, you feel like you're a one-arm paper hanger. And so, yeah, keep putting it on. And we'll just keep adding the moss. I don't really want to see soil. I want to just have the moss showing.
Is it important to have the moss come right up to the stem?
It's not necessary, but I think it looks better. Okay, all right.
Marsha, do you have a dedicated place at your house that you do things like this?
I did this in my kitchen with some friends the other day, and I had, you know, things around, but I don't have any place dedicated. Thought about outside, but I wanted people to live, you know, so it was like, in fact, one of my friends, she brought towels because she said, well, we could put these on our neck if we're going to be outside. I said, oh, no, we're not going outside. Oh, no. No, we're going to do it right here in the kitchen. I've got plenty of brooms and things. So now I'm going to wrap, and I really want to wrap with this fishing wire. And I'm going to do something a little bit different, Rita. I know. So I'm going to leave kind of a tail down here. So we're going to, yeah, if you'll hold that. And I'm going to leave a kind of a tail, and then I'm going to go up and around.
So Marsha, is that just free form? You just wrap?
Yeah.
It does,
It
there's
feels-
no rhyme or reason?
No, but there are some individuals that do beautiful work. Now, my grandson probably is 4, he could probably have done a better job than Nana did there. But, you know, it's just free form, whatever, you know, you can see that you're fitting it. Oh, this is tangled. There we go. There we go. So I'm doing this, and it won't show like some of the actual.
You're not wrapping that where it's all together, you're just wrapping it around enough to hold it together.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. I'm sorry.
You're fine.
I'm just trying to get underneath. I know. I've got my own van.
Does the moss then kind of, as it starts to grow and get healthier, absorb the stream when you stream like that? Or
No, it
almost
really
does?
doesn't
Really?
absorb. Yeah, it just has an opportunity to grow. And these plants can last like this for, for 2 years. Do I have something?
After 2 years, you have to give it fresh dirt, like you might have.
I would probably, and maybe if the plant's grown, you want to, repot it. And the other thing is that you can also hang these. So if I did thank you. And so I'm just wrap this around, and I'm gonna go ahead and tie it off. I think I have scissors.
You don't have a problem with it shedding the moss?
Well, it will, if not, particularly after I water, it'll maybe have a few of the moss leaves that will fall off. Yeah, I do. Okay, so get that tied off, and then I'm not using any particular special type of knot or anything. I'm just tying.
Fishing line comes in different weights. So do you need a heavier one, or does that matter at all?
I would say this was better. I used, it was that real fine, kind of like a floral line, and I couldn't hardly even see it afterwards. And it was so thin that it was not, I was having issues with tying it, cutting it, everything.
Thin stuff doesn't hold a knot very well with the fishing line anyways. The thin stuff, you do have to do special knots for them. It's kind of like making jewelry. So the thicker stuff seems to knot better.
Yeah, it's going to be easier and easier for you to handle. Now,
It doesn't stretch as much either.
No. And I think it's just a lot
I do
easier.
too. Mm-hmm.
Now, did that, let me just sit this here and and you can also use some of these grapevine balls. What you would do is cut in the top of it and then put kind of like your moss that is the dry brown moss. You go ahead and you do the same thing. You wet it, and then you put that in, then put your soil, then put your plant. And this would be a nice hanging one, I think.
Now, once you put it in wood, would you water it the same way by dumping it? Okay, still
I would.
Because that's the best way.
Mm-hmm. Because this probably had some water when it was shaped too. And I got this at Hobby Lobby, so it was really very easy to actually fill. I haven't done this one yet, but I will. So I want to also just take this and show you how you can do this. And I've watched enough YouTube videos that I should be able to do this really nicely. Like they were measuring 1/2 inch. You're not going to get that today. So I'm just saying. And here. just gives it, you know, just kind of a different look. But I like to have the fishing line just because it holds it in place better.
Have you ever done one where you put seeds in it?
No, I haven't. That's interesting though. Never thought about that.
I just wonder.
And as you can tell, you have to be careful because you can get the plant inside the twine. Yeah. I'm gonna go through here. So any other questions that you might have?
Well, it really looked easy to pick it up so fast, but
I
I don't think it's.
I've done it a few times so that I kind of got, you know what,
Used
I know
to it?
it needs to, yeah, yeah.
I think the beauty of it, it doesn't have to be perfect. That's what I'm liking about it.
I know, the imperfections and the simplicity. Yeah, I agree.
And the simplicity of it, really.
It is, and I know Teresa was here when Jennifer did her presentation on Japanese gardens, and she said in Japanese, they didn't like the moss at first in their gardens. And then they started thinking, this looks pretty, and it's less maintenance, and we need to do this. So they started doing that in their gardens. And I'll take pictures of our mid-year meeting, and you'll be able to see what we did. We're going to put them on centerpieces, and my co-chair, who is extremely talented, she is making these cement platforms that have leaves on it. She's painted it, so it's going to really look rustic, and we're doing rejuvenation of your senses. So,
And what is this for?
this is for my garden club that I'm involved with in Little Rock.
How do you pronounce this?
Kokedama. And like I said, if you would have asked me 6 months ago, I would have thought maybe it's a new coconut drink, you know, because I had no idea what a kokedama was.
So you've just been doing this 6 months then?
I have been doing it just this month. I have, what I did is that we did a workshop on July 8th, and then I did another one at home, that one over there at home, and then I experimented with some friends that are also master gardeners, Rebecca Tutton and Suzanne Baker. So they came over to my house and we played with that.
That's
But
gorgeous.
just simplistic.
I Googled it before I made the class, so I would.
No, I know. I would love to put it in market.
We really ought to think about this for the plant sale.
Yeah.
A profit margin on this?
Yeah, I mean, it's true. It is true.
Ferns. That is beautiful.
And this would be fun to hang this with, you know, they can have trees around town. But, I just moistened it. Yeah, and I, of course, Vanna helped me with that, and it just helps to just have a little bit of moisture. But you can feel, this is heavier.
This is twine.
Mhm.
Just wrapped it around.
Wrapped it around, willy-nilly. Yeah. Just put it in a bowl, and just put it in a bowl, and then 10 or 15 minutes, put a timer on, take it out, and then.
How far do you immerse it?
I do about that much.
Oh,
Yeah. And and this one, Scott did this one. Scott did this one. Did that one.
Scott uses two.
So what about fertilizer? You mentioned it.
Yes, the fertilizer, I use, has anybody ever heard of Dr. GCMG? I use his fertilizer. It's like a couple of catful and a gallon of water. And so when I'm watering, that's what I did. I put that in there, and it's diluted, but it provides that
And what's the other
fertilization.
one?
It's Dr. Jim, Jim, and then Z.
Is it blue?
Mine, no, it's kind of it's more like a brown color. I've used it he has for household plants, he has for tomatoes, he has for flowering plants, and actually Rebecca Tutton is the one that told me about it. I went online and just ordered it and delivered to my house. Maybe, but you'll get a lot of things that will come.
So after you soak your bottle, use the rest of the stuff in it and water your houseplants with fertilizer.
Yeah, absolutely. This was another YouTube video that I watched, and it said you can just use mesh and put that around the soil. You'd cut it in a circle, bring it to the top, and then cut the excess off, put your fishing line, tie it off, and you can then put your moss on after that. And this probably would make it even easier too. But I just saw the YouTube and I thought I'm going to get a sample of this so that y'all would be able to see it too. And here I just wanted to show that, you could do the summer, you can do fall with these, you can make arrangements where you could stack them. There's possibilities are endless at this point. So, any other questions?
How much sun do I just grow it like I would grow a regular fern?
Yes,
Or whatever's
yes.
in it?
If it's a sun plant, you put it in the sun. But indirect light is fine. Like this is a fern. I'd probably not put that out in the sun. Yeah.
Well, I don't have low windows, and I live in a log house, and so I'm using grow lights for anything inside, so I don't want to mess it up with the grow lights to burn.
Yeah. You would just kind of use the same kind of principles that you would with any other plant that you had that was a sun plant or a shade plant. Yeah. So, Joe, let's draw a number, and then we'll give this baby a new home. Oh,
Just a tip to share, or
I've got it.
Well, why can't I get a hold of it?
Sorry.
You're not going to do it.
That's your number?
Yep.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's why she was digging around. Not that one.
It let me. Well, good. That's good. I think what I'll do is we'll just put this here so you can take that home and leak all over.
Good for you.
Do y'all mind, I know we have it recorded, but I do want to take some pictures for the actual garden gurus.
a tip I'll share, somebody asked about working in the kitchen. it's a little tray that folds up very neatly, and when you pop it open, it has a side on all four sides about this big. And you can, I sit in my living room sometimes, because when you're done with your pot and your dirt, you just pick